time for talking about something that everybody is concerned about, and that is aging. Aging in place, aging gracefully, the art of aging.
Right.
Let's talk about things that are good for, like the things that we all experience as we get older. The lines, the dark spots, the thinning hair, all of those things that come with the privilege of getting old, because it is a privilege.
Yes. Well, there's so many pieces of the puzzle that make up the skin tissue, and just like beauty's more than skin deep, I mean, it's got to, the supplementation that makes every cell work will also benefit the skin. The skin needs a lot of minerals, and one of the most common minerals that's missing is silica. Silica is like a trace mineral that you think of bamboo, and how a bamboo stalk can give and bend a lot, like a good fishing pole, for example. And it's that tensile strength that gives it that flexibility. But unfortunately, many of our foods don't have much silica in them, and so it may have to be supplemented. Other things that are very related to the skin and the hair is our thyroid function. So iodine is the main mineral that the thyroid operates with, but the thyroid assembles iodine by using several B vitamins, minerals like copper and zinc, all take their part in how ultimately you make enough T3 and T4. Then T4 is later converted back down to T3 to be the active hormone. But insufficient circulating T3 can be a contributing factor to hair loss and thinning hair. And the most common condition with thyroid is called Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune condition where the body is actually attacking the hair follicles. And so, well, it's attacking the thyroid, but it's also affecting the hair follicles. Then there's other hormones associated with that we call estrogen-related hormones, or either hormones that are binding globulins, basically the wrong hormone in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so there's different herbals that help as a decoy or block and work on that mechanism so that it can help keep the hair healthy. Many people will jump to biotin as B7 to help give them that extra growth of hair. But if you're deficient in many of these other minerals and amino acids that are part of how the hair structure itself is, then biotin can actually interfere with thyroid medication when in high dosages, like 2,000 micrograms or higher. So only what's usually in a multivitamin is a recommended dosage for biotin. So we want to make the hair strong through the right proteins, the right minerals, so that it doesn't just break. Having the hair grow is one part, but the hair has to have its quality and tensile strength. And if it helps the hair, it's going to help the skin. So that underlying collagen, many people are familiar with collagen. There's lots of ways to consume. It's usually in a powder form, or it could be in a liquid. Some people put it in coffee, some people put it in a smoothie. There's just lots of different stories of how collagen is used. But that's a protein, and that's a big part of helping the skin. And then vitamin C plays a big part in how the collagen and how the body holds its tissue together. And so vitamin C is also a subcategory of vitamin C called bioflavonoids. And there's several types of bioflavonoids. A real common one is called quercetin, but there's others that play a part in how skin is formed and its residual. Then we have a new technology that's called stem cell activation patch that activates GHK copper peptide in the body, and then that in turn activates stem cell, and it's really good for wound healing and tissue repair.
Honey is great. Honey is the best wound healing I've ever had.
Yes.
I love that. Is there anything that you can superficially use, like any kind of creams, or ones that you don't want to put on your face? Because that's interesting too.
So there's many things that are chemical in nature that are in many personal care products. So a category is parabens, or there are types of things that give the texture and give it better shelf life, but that's often interferes with a person's hormones. And so the cleaner the ingredient list is, the healthier it's going to be. And we have a type of volcanic ash mask that's really effective at tightening the skin and toning, and it can help with acne and other skin issues, but it definitely helps reduce fine lines and crow's feet and helps the skin kind of tone. So there's a lot of ways, and then we have different moisturizers that are very effective and don't leave the face too greasy or oily.
Is hyaluronic acid all that it's cracked up to be? That's all we hear about.
So hyaluronic acid is the fluid that's inside of a joint, like your knee has a membrane over the where the two bones meet, and what's inside that area that cushions your disc in your knee is hyaluronic acid. But even our saliva for not having a dry mouth could be a deficiency of hyaluronic acid. So even dry eyes could be a hyaluronic acid deficiency. So it's part of the plumpness, if you will, of every cell is that hyaluronic acid.
So is it effective externally, or does this have to be increased internally?
Well, it's in many facial products, but it's really consuming, and hyaluronic acid is in many formulas that are for joint health and like arthritic.
Okay.
So, but that's how you can get it for your skin as well.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. We already feel younger, Carl. Thank you so much. We've really enjoyed having you. And folks, if you want the natural way, go see Carl Schmidt at the Herb Shop. And thanks for being with us.